I am love, I am light, I am peace, I am whole. I peel back the layers of who worship me, the old conditioning, the past history. I strip away the labels, the weight and the names. I step out to shadows and out of the gates. My trials were clouds, not the sky that is true. I return to the essence, I'm starting anew. I stop living in moments that no longer exist. I release every memory I used to resist. The past has no power, the past has no tone. I find the melody I've always sung. I don't waste my breath from the if or the why. I let the old versions fade out and die. I am here in the now where the magic begins. This is the moment where light always wins. I choose my freedom over their mistakes. I heal the root when my power awakes. I don't hold a grudge, I don't carry the weight. I release the anger, I release the regret. Forgiveness is how I remain so secure. No bitterness lives in the temple I build. I move through the world and I feel so fulfilled. I am love, I am light, the frequency shining through the night. I am the source, I am the flow, the only truth I need to know. Every person I meet is a mirror I see, reflecting the state of the love inside me. If I see a shadow, I shine even more until love is the only thing left on the floor. Nothing outside has control of my feel. To the power of love, I'm completely healed. I am the peace that I used to see. Love makes the ego look small and weak. See how love finds me every single day. See how kindness always leads the way. See how I am the frequency I hold. I am the spirit, I am the goal. See how blessings follow my name. I am the spark, I am the flame. Every new breath is an upgrade in time. I am abundance, I am divine. I am love, I am light, the frequency shining through the night. I am the source, I am the flow, the only truth I need to know. I choose to see beauty, I choose to see grace. I see the divine in every face. Negative energy has no place in my mind. I leave all the heaviness drifting behind. The highest vibration is where I reside, with nothing to prove and nothing to hide. I am the ripple, I am the sea, I am the love that sets everyone free. My heart is an open, eternal door. I don't need to search for signs anymore. I am the answer, I am the way, I am the sun in the middle of day. I am grounded in truth, rooted in peace as I love myself. All struggles cease, I rise.
How are you? Good evening. I think we're live. Awesome. Awesome. I see it. Good, 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 good. If we have not yet met, I'm Denise, and you are on the virtual Do Better Ranch, where we are rebuilding America one good human at a time. It is an epic day, friends of the interwebs. So, welcome, welcome, welcome. Big doings happening, big doings, but the party continues. So that's what the journey is about. And that's what tonight's show is about. So sit back, get comfy, hang out. Um, I'm just really glad you're here. All right. Oh, I lost I lost myself. There I am. Okay. Listen. Um, you know, big doings last weekend. Hope you had a great 4th to 50th. Lots of good things happening across the country and the world. Oh, it is, isn't it? Um, Thanks, Prairie. It looks fine on mine, but now I see it on Pilled. It doesn't look right. Hang on. We'll, we'll try the high tech solution first. Here, let's try this. Hmm, I am not sure. I am not sure. Hang on one sec. Let's see. No, it's fuzzy over on Rumble too. Hang on. Let me see if I can adjust it in here. Settings. Hold on. Let's see. Nope, that made it worse. Hang on. Well, bummer. Hey, Ed. Hey, Sky Dancer. Nice to have you guys here. Let me check that. Prairie. One second. I don't have a second camera with me. Darn it. One moment. I'm not sure what it's doing. Hmm. No. It's like I'm out of focus on your screen. Oh, hey, Ren. Hey, you guys, Ken's got some stuff going on at home and he won't be with us tonight. So if you guys wouldn't mind send up a dove or a prayer or I don't know, barbecue chicken, whatever it takes. Send him some love. Let me see. Hold on. I don't think. Oh, let's try this. Might be a. Mm, StreamYard has its own settings in. Yeah, let's see. Well, this is frustrating. I don't know what it's doing. Oh, thank you. Hey, Lily, I didn't see you sneak in there. Thank you. I did try cleaning the lens. I think it has to do with some of the filters inside of StreamYard. I don't know what's going on. I noticed it did that to me on where was I? It was on some live somewhere. Anyways, crap. Camera. Let's try FaceTime camera. Tried changing the resolution. That didn't fix it. Can't do that one. All right. I'm sorry. Well, I'll get my face off. Okay, it's about 75% better. Oh, you guys are lovely. Thank you for the prayers for Ken. I don't know if he'll get to watch this one, but Lily, what the hell? Oh my God. The stickers. Oh. Oh, darn it. I don't know. All right, we'll get my face off the screen so you don't have to look at that. Here, we'll just we'll put some stuff up here. Hold on. Listen. Guess what I got to see today? I got to see the world's largest steam engine. I'm totally nerding out. I sat in my truck for hours waiting for it. I watched it on the little UP map. Here, I got a little video. Let me see if I can pull that up. Just one sec. Doopy doopy doo, cause I'm a nerd. I got to see Big Boy. Yes. Oh my God, it's so impressive. And thank goodness that conductor was very liberal with the whistle. Oh, it was fabulous. And he's parked here in Altoona, Pennsylvania, which is where I'm broadcasting from tonight. He's here in Altoona through Saturday. Saturday, he leaves and goes up over the mountain. It was almost that cool, Ren. Why is my flag backwards? Oh, now that's not good. Hold on. I don't know. You'd think I'd know how to do this. I've done it once or twice. Good God Almighty. Hold on. I'm trying to get I'll get back to the backwards flag. Thank you, Lily. I'll fix that. Where is my... There. Okay. Listen, it's not a great video, but it's my video. Here we go. It's only 9 seconds. Here we go. Oh, here, I'm going to play it again. Look at Big Boy. Look at Big Boy. Oh, you can go out and see it. Altoona is a railroad town, and so there's a lot of videos out there. I got a bunch of pictures and stuff too, but I'm so glad I was here for that. I really am. And that kind of ties into tonight's, let me see. One of these said, here, is my flag backwards now? Oh yeah, I got really close. Ren, it just vibrated. It just vibrated right through me. Oh, it was crazy. I don't know how to flip here. We'll just do this. Bum, 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 bum. Wow. I need a producer. I need a producer like one that's as good as Sandra. Yeah, that's what I need. Good night. Let's just do that. I can't figure out anything. Yeah, Ren, it was totally worth seeing Big Boy. Totally worth seeing it. It's the largest steam locomotive in the world, not just the country. So the vibration as it went by, and it was going at a pretty good clip. I would say it was probably 40-45 miles an hour. It was Prairie. I'm not touching that. She is the master producer. I'm gonna tell her you said that. But the whistle, the steam whistle. Oh, and then when I got back to the house after gallivanting out watching the train, because the the rail yards where it's parked for the next couple days are literally like half a mile, maybe a mile, somewhere in between there, away from where I'm staying at my sister's. And he hit that freaking horn, oh, several times. They're having a big party at the It Is Bigger and Better in America, Ren. You betcha, baby. They're having a big party tonight for Norfolk Southern employees. That's the same. It was Pennsylvania Railroad when my granddad worked there. Dad was fourth generation uh, railroader, and my grandpap on my other side was also an engineer. So everybody's connected to the railroad somehow here. But Norfolk Southern's having a big shindig tonight, and my one brother-in-law who could have given us tickets did not. He's on the naughty list. And then my freaking niece, my adorable niece, who loves her Aunt Denise, she works for a company that does catering, and they got hired to do the event. Did she reach out to her aunts and say, Aunt Denise, Aunt Julie, would you like to come help us at Belly Buster's deliver 700 meals in the catering business tonight for the big boy celebration? Did she ask? No, she did not ask. She too is now on the naughty list. Can you freaking imagine? So, anyways, there'll be plenty of times for me to see Big Boy over the next couple days. I've got some work to take care of tomorrow, and I'm going to go find something in the evening, maybe take a walk over the 17th Street Bridge. It'll be sitting right in the yard tomorrow night. Tonight it's in the Rose Yard. So, oh, it's good stuff. I'm really grateful to be here. It is actually quite lovely. Karaoke Ken. Well, hello, Karaoke Ken. I don't know who you are, but welcome. Welcome. Nice to have you here. Oh, Lily's asking, when do I get home? Well, home is where you make it, right? So I have been a squatter in Pennsylvania for a while now, and I think I am going to depart for good, bad, or ugly on the 20th of July to get back. My sister is doing a big craft show. It's called the People's Choice. It's near State College. It's in a small town called Boalsburg, Boal, Boalsburg. But the People's Choice Award, it's for artisans and more arts than crafts kind of thing. And she hand etches. Do I have any to demonstrate? No, I do not. She hand etches anything glass or mirrors, and she doesn't do it with a machine. She does it all by hand. So she didn't have a truck to haul her trailer, so I took liberty and hooked up her trailer and took it down to the fairgrounds for her event. And the humidity just about did me in, but here I am. But that show runs through Sunday, and I didn't want to miss any time with them, so I think I'm going to wait till next weekend and then just start heading back on the 20th. It's just going to be the way it is. And if you've been following along with this little journey, I'm going to get a refund. I got a lemon. I need to come to terms with that, and now I need to come to legal terms with that. Oh, Lily. Oh, thank you, honey. Oh. Yeah, I do have moose squatters in Arizona. I had this freaking elk. Freaking elk hanging out in my front yard. Well, hopefully they'll eat the grass so I don't have as much to mow when I get back. So that's all good. It's all good. Oh, imagine how loud that would have been in person. Oh, the Big Boy. Oh yeah, it was super loud. Like if I had been there for a long time, I probably would have needed hearing protection. That it was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. It makes you proud when you see something that big that was made in America. That is just American pride rolling down the rails, and it is breathtaking. It's kind of like the flyovers in DC, the huge fireworks display in DC. And so, oh, they're going to refund it. I have oh they will refund it, or they will buy me a brand new one, or both, or yeah. But I have to start somewhere, so that's my journey. When I had to come to terms with it, yeah. So thank you for the can, Lily. I really appreciate that. Yeah, hotel costs. Yeah, my sister said she would make up a bill for me. I think my brother-in-law would be happy to. For let's see, I've been staying with them since the it happened on the 3rd of June, but I already had a side trip planned, and that was already taken care of. And so I didn't get to Julie's till the 11th. So yeah, we're coming up on a full month. Yeah. It'll be 5, 6 weeks till I get the heck out of here. But anyways, if I know I have some serious prayer warriors out there in the audience as well. Um, you have, since tonight's theme is journey, one of the journeys that I've been on for 3 years now with my second oldest sister, Sherry, is her battle and victory over stage 4 glioblastoma. And of course, the frickin' system has their hooks in her because she has really, really good insurance. And so they make her come back and do an MRI every month. It was every 90 days. Now they want to do, well, maybe we need to look at it more closely. Maybe there's something. They're just waiting to open her melon back up and root around in there again. And it pisses me off. But, anyways, that's her journey, not mine. That's just my opinion. So, anyway, she had an MRI today. We're hoping that they found nothing, big fat goose egg. But if they did, how convenient, they've already scheduled the surgical team for Friday to go back in. They're a bunch of rat bastards is what they are. I have no faith in the system. It is broken. It is breaking my spirit. Yeah, so I don't know how to say the right prayer. I just hope for the best. So thank you, Ren. Lily. Yeah, 100%. The system is broken, friends. It is very, 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 very broken. Yeah. And, the people that, oh, I'm just doing my job. Yeah, you can take that and shove it up your ass. You know exactly what you're doing. And until this happens, yeah, Sky Dancer, absolutely. Yeah. I've seen something similar to Snoot. In fact, I actually just use iodine. I'll use it on a Q-tip right up the nostrils, and that seems to kill a lot of things that could take me down for a very long time. I don't know what's going on with my internet. Maybe it's the internet. Maybe that's it. Anyways, so all right, let me pull that off. Yeah. Sky Dancer in the Rumble chat. Thank you guys for being in the Rumble chat. Don't forget to hit the buttons and do the things. And I know you already know that, but thank you for doing it if you already have. Sky Dancer's comment here in the Rumble chat was, it's disgusting and predatory. That's the right word. Predatory, what the medical system does. Yeah. So yeah. Okay. All right, Ren. I'll duly noted. Give Sprocket the love for me. I love that dog. He's so cute. Yeah. All right. Okay. So let's see. Oh, here's a one of my brother-in-law's friends took this picture tonight of Big Boy. It's my, hold on. All right. Can you hear me? Let's try this again. Technical difficulties. All right. There we go. That'll have to do. Anyways, she just took that tonight. This is Big Boy rolling into town. And I just love that there's Big Boy written on there. Of course, the engine number is 4014. They've got the flags all over it. That whistle is just stellar, just absolutely stellar. So I just want to throw that out there. All right. You can go away. You can go away. All right. So let me pull this back up. I really just, it is hating on me tonight. Wow. There we go. It is a journey. All right, listen. Independence is a journey. And we had this great holiday weekend. The world celebrated with us for the 4th of July, our Independence Day. But I think a lot of us forget that it's actually a journey, that it's actually it didn't happen just on the 4th of July. It didn't happen just then. There was gaps and time. And we don't do any favor with the kids, because with kids, we teach kids, July 4th, 1776, because all they do is answer, memorize dates so that they can pass tests. Well, what I would like to do is talk about the journey that happened between July and December of 1776. And I know I've got smart people out in the audience, but what year did we elect our very first president, George Washington, for this republic, not the Continental Congress, not that set of presidency? What year was it? I know you guys know. There we go. Oh, Sky Dancer, that's lovely. I just saw the chat. Thank you. Anybody? Takers? Anybody takers? 1789. 1789. April of 1789. So, yeah, there was a gap. So you don't just say, all right, we won. It's not like it's a soccer match and it's over. It's a journey. It's a journey to secure our independence. It's a journey to secure anything in life that we're striving for. So we just got to keep going. All right. So anyways, I wanted to talk about that tonight. Of course, Patriot season. I already talked about Big Boy. Maybe hit some names for. You did have it right? Oh, good job, Lily. That's fantastic. Nice. 1789, baby. Come on now. All right. And then I'm also leading up to next week's show. Next week's show is on the 15th. I put the 14th on there. It's on the 15th. And let's see. I'll throw 100 pills at anybody who figures out what happened on the 15th. With what that date is important for. You are learning things without knowing it, Lily. That's how we roll here, baby. July 15th, jump out at anybody for any reason? We'll see. We'll see how good you guys are. Oh, that's great. Here, while I'm waiting on your answer, this is just too good. I love Alan Jackson. We talked about his last concert last week, but
too much of a good thing is a good thing. feelings like this can't be wrong. And too much of a good thing is a good thing. And we've got a good thing going on.
Woo! Mercy. Too much of a good thing is a good thing. That's a mindset shift, and we've got to get there. That's our journey, is to get there. That too much of a good thing is a good thing. You heard President Trump talk about it. All about the winning, baby. All about the winning. Yeah. So anyways, all right. So the 250, if you, while I'm yakking here, if you don't mind, give me something, give me a highlight for what happened with you over the 250. Did you learn something? Did you see something cool? Maybe drop that in the chat while I continue on. So just think about, what were you grateful for? Maybe what put you in awe for the 250? Drop that in the chat. I'm curious to see what your answers are. There we go. The 15th doesn't hit. Oh yeah. Well, here, I'll give you a bigger hint, Lily. On the 15th of July, try 1999. Lock it in. 1999. Ring any bells? All right, so I got two questions floating out there, gang. July 1999, what's going on then? And what happened over the 250th that you really thought was cool? Drop that in the chat. Nice. All right, cool. Just a quick reminder, it still is Patriot season, gang. Don't take those flags down. Don't take the bunting down. Don't take your decorations down. Just leave them up. Leave them up. We're running Patriot season all the way through Veterans Day. And then we could take our flag stuff and put it away for a little bit till President's Day. But then we've got to, we can do the Christmas thing if that's your thing, or Thanksgiving, or, yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Thank you, Lily. Appreciate that. Yeah. Rosetta Stone was found. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, Albin. I remember Albin. Yeah. 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 Wasn't that funny? And that's part of the journey too. Albin was Lily's soulmate who had passed away. And his love for history. Trump's talking about his love for history and all about the thing. This is the time to remember our history. This is the time to relearn it. I went on a little adventure with my sister, one of them. She does a lot of Facebook Marketplace. Oh, look at this. This is so cool. She does a lot of Facebook Marketplace. And I'm looking for the old books. I'm looking for where the maps, the old maps, the old history books and stuff. Look what I found. They even smell old. Oh, this is the American Patriot series. And I got Presidents of the United States. I got the flag of the United States. Where's your thing? Yep, the flag. And I got the Constitution. And this series is all within a year of each other. Oh, this one also has the Declaration of Independence, which I'm going to talk about later, and the Gettysburg Address. 1936, it was published. So, 1936. So pre-World War II, a lot of patriotism going on between the two world wars. But anyways, she went looking for some other books. This lady saw my truck and she goes, "Oh, are you interested in American history?" I'm like, "Yes, I am." And so, we got some nice little gems. So I like to see the old ones because a lot of them aren't digitized. And as I've mentioned before, it's convenient to have digitized books, absolutely. But know this, if a book is digitized, it can be easily revised without having to reprint. That is a good thing and a bad thing. And so, yeah, right, Lily? You got to check it. Yeah, check it. Yeah, Prairie, thank you, honey. I don't know. Yeah, gosh. Anyways. All right. So that was all good stuff. That was all good stuff. Yeah. But we are winning, gang. We are winning. That's a good thing is a good thing. All right. Let's see. Okay. Let's try this again. All right. So we we know, let's see. Oh, Skydancer's putting stuff in the chat. I assume this is still the July stuff. Uh, yeah. Uh, what she wrote in the chat was the steamship SS, the SS Waratah, was a 465-foot blue anchor line passenger and cargo steamship that vanished without a trace off the South African coast in July of 1909. And it was called Australia's Titanic. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of mysteries out there. The MH370 is still a mystery. Bermuda Triangle is still a mystery. I should dig into them sometime. That's kind of a fun topic. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Anyways, the journey to independence, you know, it just didn't happen on a single date. The big journeys in your life to get you to those milestones don't just happen in one day or 1 hour or 1 week or 1 month. It's a journey, right? So I'm going to tie that to our founders, of course, but I also want to take, after I go through that a little bit, is tie it to you. And I got some cool techniques that might help you along your own journey, stay the path, stay the course, so to speak. So all right. So what we know, we're rarely taught, or we're taught and forgot because they don't make history exciting, is that the Continental Congress is meeting in Philadelphia. Huge turnout for the soccer games, the World Cup in Philadelphia. Big Boy just came through Philadelphia for part of the 250th. It's all connected, right? So they do debates, and then they have votes for independence, which was the Lee resolution. Now that happened on July 2nd of 1776. Up with people. Oh my gosh. I haven't thought of them in forever, Lily. Yeah, freedom isn't free. I think I'll have to use the YouTubes to find that. There that might be out on the YouTubes somewhere. Yeah. Yeah. Secret squirrel's busy that day. Sky Dancer, I love you. All right. So I don't know if you've ever taken the time to memorize any or all of the Declaration. Have any of you done that? Have any of you memorized the Declaration of Independence? I've tried to. I can't quite do it yet, but it is something I'm working on to do, is just to recite the Declaration of Independence from memory. Now, I'll tell you what started that, and it wasn't just for this show. It was when I first saw Nicolas Cage in National Treasure. Do you remember that movie? Do you remember when he's talking to the blonde lady from the Smithsonian that had the Declaration of Independence? And here, I have the quote so I don't mess it up. Yeah, maybe if we did a little Schoolhouse Rock. I mean, we got Schoolhouse Rock for the preamble. We could do that, um, but this is the quote that Nicolas Cage uh used in his lines in National Treasure, and that was the one that made me start trying to memorize the Declaration of Independence. It's a nerdy thing, I get that, but one of these days I will have it mastered and I will be able to recite this without any notes. That's a goal. It's a journey. But this is Nicolas Cage's line. But when a long train of abuses and usurpations, pursuing invariably the same object, invents a design to reduce them under absolute despotism, it is their right, it is their duty to throw off such government and to provide new guards for their future security. Now, the comeback was nobody talks like that anymore. They don't talk like that and they don't write like that anymore. And we got to do better on that. I mean, maybe this line, having this one written on our hearts would make our journey to true sovereignty be a worthy endeavor. This is another, just it's right out of the Declaration, second paragraph. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are, come on, you can fill in the blanks, you know this, come on, among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Unalienable rights. Yeah. That to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed. That whenever any form of government becomes destructive to these ends, it is the right of the people to alter or to abolish it and to institute new government, laying its foundation on such principles and organizing its powers in such form as to them shall seem most likely to affect their safety and happiness. Thomas Jefferson was a frickin' rock star. Yeah. That is true, Prairie Fire. Yeah, you can do things by rote. It absolutely means, I think, yeah, and that's a great example, Prairie. It's bringing up the Pledge of Allegiance or the national anthem. Those things get memorized through repetition, absolutely. But I think the point is that we don't really think or pray on them. We don't really consider the words and the weight of their meaning when we're singing it, when we're reciting pieces of it. It is all seriousness. These are the guide stones for our lives. This is the journey we're on. This is the path we're on. And so knowing these things, and thank you for that, Prairie, I really appreciate that. That's really insightful, is the ability for us to feel it. Like I couldn't watch the fireworks without just goosebumps. I mean, it was spectacular, but there was so much more than just a bunch of pretty lights in the sky. I'm hearing the Star Spangled Banner. It, in fact, hold on. I got somebody sang a different verse and I wanted to share it with you. Hang on. Let me see if I can find it. Do, 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 do. I'm all discombobulated tonight. Let's see. SSB. Not that one. Oh, here it is. Here it is.
While the storm clouds gather far across the sea, let us swear allegiance to a land that's free. Let us all be grateful for a land so fair as we raise our voices in a solemn prayer. God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with a light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans wide with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
I said Star Spangled Banner, and it was God Bless America, but you got the gist. Oh, God, that's so good. Yeah, I do got to get home to get away from it all. Holy smokes. Yeah. Anyways, yeah. So, our journey to independence, right? So here's a few highlights. Some things that we should talk about. So, here we are. It's July, we'll call it July 1776. Let's go in the Wayback Machine, 250 years. Things are a little different, right? So it's July 2nd, you get it declared, then everybody gets in the room on July 4th to sign it. But what's going on now after the 4th, right? What's going on between now and, we got Valley Forge coming up, that's happening on Christmas in 1776 because the Battle of Trenton happens the day after, right? Where General George Washington sneaks up on the Hessians. We talked about George before. Hold on a second. But did we talk? I don't think it's on my slide. Hang on a second. Yeah, there was I guess I didn't print it out. There's still a lot of rumblings, right? So the guys are in the room, 56 signers, they're in the room, Independence Hall. They signed the Declaration of Independence, telling King George, you're bad, you're a bad ruler, and we got this, get the hell out of here. But does the public know? The public doesn't know yet. The public doesn't know what's actually going on yet. And so it doesn't get announced to the general population until July 9th. Now think about it. It's 1776. How long is it going to take to get out to the prairies and out across America? And, how is that word going to travel? So things are a little different. The pace is a little, and plus we're fighting amongst ourselves. It's 1776, and I'm telling you, a lot of that sounds familiar to where we are right now, right? So things have happened in the now that not everybody is privy to, and there's a slow rule. We have a precedent from 1776 of how things rolled out slowly, right? So December, we are getting our asses kicked. These guys standing in this room, the 56 founders who signed that document, knew when they signed it. Hold on. Listen to what they're telling King George. Hold on. I printed this out. Listen to this. He's called together legislative bodies at places unusual, uncomfortable, and distant from the depository of their public records. He was doing stuff in the back rooms, right? He for the sole purpose of fatiguing them into compliance with his measures. He's making deals that we didn't want. King George dissolved the representative houses repeatedly for opposing his invasions on the rights of people. They had rights back then. It wasn't just magically created in 1776. That's what makes America special. We created it and kept it. And we have these are the receipts. He refused for a long time to cause others to be elected. That's a problem. Look what Zelensky did in Ukraine. He just stopped the elections. Maduro did that in Venezuela. Chavez did that in Colombia. These are despots. These are dictators. And this is what they're saying. No, this is not for us. He endeavored to prevent the population of these states. For that purpose, obstructing the laws of naturalization of foreigners, refusing to pass others to encourage their migrations hither. He was trying to keep people out of here. Now, turns out that might have been a good thing, but you still have to populate a country. Look at what's happening right now with the Trump accounts. By the way, Ed, you better make sure those grandbabies that were just born, or grandbaby that was Sage that was just born, gets signed up for a Trump account. Did you see what will happen with that account in 18 years? It'll be worth 19. I thought for sure it'd be worth 17,000. But if you don't put any money in a Trump account for a baby that's born from January 1st, 2025 till I don't know when, but through now, they get the Trump accounts. And in that Trump account, what will happen is you can add money to it. If you add, maybe you add $25 or $250 a year to it, because of how it's invested, it ends up being worth, I don't know, somewhere around 20 grand. If you add the max 3,000, it's like $171,000 when the kid turns 18 because of how they're investing it. That's a good thing. You need that for repopulation. Now, that window's closed for me, but if you got babies in your life, make sure they're getting advantage of that. Oh, and by the way, squirrel, if you have or are a veteran and looking for a business opportunity, this just came out. I just saw it today. Maybe it's been out for a while, but the food restaurant known as Steak and Shake, ironically, that was where I was trying to get to when the wheel fell off my camper. I love Steak and Shake. I'm not crazy about their fries, but their burgers are freaking awesome. The fries are the little short, crunchy kind, but they're fried in beef tallow. The beef is all USA beef, and the CEO of Steak and Shake is waiving the franchise fee If you want to start a Steak and Shake, he's waiving the franchise fee. If you want, and you're not a veteran, they've reduced the franchising fee to get a Steak and Shake opened up to almost nothing for everybody. Just send an email to franchise at steakn, the letter N, shake.com. I mean, that's what America is. That's what we need to rebuild this country. This is a good thing. There's good things happening. But, back to 1776, George is like, no, I don't want them there, because he knew if people would come here, kind of like the World Cup dropping off in America, right? Oh yeah, it was beautiful, wasn't it? I felt so patriotic that night. I actually found somebody online that I could watch it with. And we just had a lovely time listening to Trump and watching the fireworks. It was really special. Yeah. But think about the soccer players coming here. They're gonna be out visiting, we'll call it visiting, euphemism, Americans. Maybe there's gonna be some new babies next year. Maybe sign them up for a freaking Trump account. That's how you manage naturalization the right way. You let the market, if you will, flow freely. All right, let's see. This is a bad dude. He obstructed the administration of justice. He became the king. Well, he was the king, but he refused his assent to laws and any other judiciary powers. He made judges dependent on his will instead of what was right. He had corrupted the system. He created a bunch of new offices and sent officers to harass we the people. He kept, this was good. He planted, this sounds familiar. This is how it reads in the Declaration. He kept among us in times of peace standing armies without the consent of our legislatures. Now we have a new term for that. It is, sleeper cells. Corporate espionage. Allowing, legislator, people in the legislative body to be handled or befriended or lovers of known foreign spies, that kind of stuff. Hell, that's been going on for 250 years. Yeah. We're draining the frickin' swamp, people. Let's see. There's a bunch of other things. For quartering large bodies of armed troops among us. For cutting off trade with all parts of the world. For imposing taxes on us without our consent. Yeah, Scott answer. He was a Democratic king. Right? For transporting us beyond seas to be tried for pretended offenses. So he's basically dumping you off at like the Caribbean islands if you committed a crime against the crown. They'd just dump you on a deserted island. Yeah, just over and over. Gang, it's a journey. Things take time. So, anyways, back to the timeline. You can see it here on the slide. I've had it up for a while, but look at how slowly, when you're in a spell of change, time can feel weird, right? And it's a lot of times it's easier to look back on history and use those dates as markers and be able to, it's very calculated and very black and white and straightforward, and that makes sense. But when you're in the thick of it, kind of like we are now, it's more like this. I shared this out on X, but I don't get anybody. I get Lillian Wren on X, which is wonderful. But I found this. Check this out. This is what us frogs are doing right now. Look at this. I wish they had too, Ren, but we met this way for a reason. Yeah, isn't that crazy? That's all we're doing. We're just spinning around in a freaking pole filter, right? Look at that little Pepe. Here, I'll play it again. Look at that poor little Pepe. Kind of looks like he's having fun. Yeah. There's a lot of good things going on, right? It's complicated, but I know people have soured on President Trump, and I'm not following blindly because I still want my less than $2 gas, please. I still want energy prices to come down, but all those things are happening. They are happening. So, anyways, so I put this one on here with a note to myself. The second bullet here. Look at that second bullet. In 1778 to 1780. We really don't talk about that time frame a lot in our history books or in general. But look at this was something that Grok fed me. The alliance with France brings naval and troop support. They actually showed up. The war shifts south, right? So what's going on in the South? You got Lafitte, you got pirates down there, you got the Louisiana Purchase. Things are moving in the country, right? It still hasn't solidified, even though we're celebrating 250. The country's really just starting to blossom. We still haven't, 250 is an easy date to just put on the paperwork, so to speak. But we're getting our asses kicked, and thankfully the French came back and helped us out. And if you look, I'll draw the similarities to what Japan is doing. I mean, we did horrible things to Japan in the 40s. Hiroshima, Nagasaki, dropping. Yeah. It's horrible what we did. But sometimes you got to do bad things against bad people to make progress. And yes, good people may die in the process. War is not pretty. I want like President Trump did with NATO today. I want them all to come home. All of them. If you haven't heard me say it before, we wear red on Fridays. That's remember everyone deployed. Red. Wear something red, whether it's a little bracelet, I have it on one of my watch bands here, where there's red shirts out there, but we wear red on Friday to remember everyone deployed until they all come home. And I think I am very hopeful, and I am hopeful that in my lifetime, I will see that they have all come home. And speaking of the Warriors, one moment. You guys know I've talked about Lee and the guys at Nobody Left Behind. Lee sent me a picture. They are doing something cool. I'm hoping that maybe I can swing by. They're in Ohio. Let me see if I can find it. What did I do with it? Doobie-doobie-doo. Somebody's texting me. I can't talk to you. All right. I know you're here somewhere. Seven, 8. Oh, it was right in front of me. Hold on. Here we go. Look at this. So NLB is nobody-leftbehind.com. I have their website later, but they also have, it's kind of tiny, but it's NLB, Nobody Left Behind Foundation.org. and they put their address. They're in Worthington, Ohio. There's a phone number there, but they are doing on Thursday nights live a little round table where you could share some conversation, some experiences. They're trying to build a community. And I know the guys want to do this across the country. I am still going to get them on the show. And gang, this is the epitome of do better. They're not professional therapists. They're not professional. They're former soldiers. They're veterans, but they are doing stuff to help people. And that's what we want to raise up. These guys are going to do this in person on Thursday nights as a place for people to meet up. So I don't know if you know anybody that could benefit from that, but take a screenshot there, or I'll drop the contact information in the show comments later. But I just got that right before the show started tonight. But Nobody Left Behind. Yeah, we like that. Yeah, show those guys some love. Yeah, they've got merchandise. So it's NLB or nobody-leftbehind.com or nlbfoundation.org. Just show them some love. Yeah. We need people doing the right things, right? Here, let's see. So, all right, there's still fighting. They're still fighting. Let's go to the next one. So, here comes the French again. So in September of 1783, which is kind of, 1783, right? That's actually when our independence is recognized on the world stage. I mean, you could call yourself whatever you want, but you really need some street cred to back that up. And that's when it really came. So I'm thinking we just keep partying. We just keep showing our patriotism, showing our love for this country, showing our love for each other, building up good humans. Yeah, we got plenty of dates to celebrate for. But here we go, 1787, right? Here we come. This is the good stuff. This is the good stuff. And I'll get into the Constitution next week, but the Constitutional Convention starts happening in 1787, but it takes another 2 years. 2 years for it to be ratified. But the cool thing is, that's when General George Washington actually becomes President George Washington. Oh, have any of you seen Young Washington yet? No, Boo's at home in bed. I'm at my sister's office. I don't know. Who knows what's going on in here? Yeah. Yeah. But I love this. Look at this last bullet. If you could see the slide here on the last bullet. So it's April 30th, 1789. Washington is inaugurated as the first president in New York City. I can't say New York City without thinking of the Pace salsa commercial. New York City. Anyways, he adds, "So help me God," to the oath and delivers a short inaugural address emphasizing unity and humility. I think he's telepathically sending you bubbles, Ren. Yeah. Did you see the tickle tickle? Have you seen the tickle tickle? I think I put the tickle tickle in here. Yeah, here. Singer, Boo. Tickle, 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 tickle. Good job, buddy. Because that's what we do. We squirrel. Those are the official bubbles, Ren. All right. So let me do this with you guys. Let me, yeah, that's all those notes. Yeah. Oh, I did one. Look, I even highlighted it in my notes and I forgot to say it. Back on the, this Yorktown siege in October. Yeah. Everybody deserves to hear the tickle, tickle, tickle and the bubbles. Let's see. That Yorktown siege in October. That's British General Cornwallis surrenders to the American/French forces and effectively ends all the major conflict. That's great. But Washington at that uh, event is quoted in saying, "The work is done, and well done." People just don't talk like that anymore. Makes me nostalgic. All right, let's get to some doing better stuff. So I thought, isn't he adorable, Sky Dancer? I love my bird. I thought maybe I would share with you guys a couple ways that you could maybe do better in your journey. And I just learned this this technique. You can go out and research it. It's actually from an Englishman known as, God, what's his name? Hold on. Is it Chalky White? Shoot. I think his name is Chalky White. Hold on. Let me just double. I think that's his name. No, I didn't print it out. I have to look it up. So it's called the 2-question system. All right. I'm almost certain the guy's name is Chalky White because Chalky White. Yeah, hold on. I know where it is. Hold on. Don't run away. Chalky. Because when I saw he was English, I thought of Wren. I don't think that's the right word. Here. Do. Hold on. Do. Yeah, Chalky White. Yeah. Yeah, Bernard Chalky White is a British-born, world-renowned ski instructor, motivational speaker, author, resilience coach. Yeah. Yeah. I know you're not I know you're American and you can. But he's kind of he grew up in an abusive household in England, right? And so he had his challenges and hardships, but he channeled that into determination. And so his memoirs, he wrote a book that is called Keep Chewing the Granite. And that's kind of the pushing through the tough stuff, like you're chewing tough granite. So he had some early life trauma. He had some near fatal experiences on the slopes. Motivational guy, right? Oh, it does. I don't ask me, Ren. I don't know that you're going to break into that Cockney here pretty soon, and I'm not going to be able to do it. Absolutely, Prairie, lovely, absolutely lovely. So, anyways, it's called the 2-question method, and so everybody's on a journey, and the ride ends for all of us eventually. And so, when the tough stuff hits, this 2-question method might be something that could help you. And I'm going to share some examples of it, and I'm going to share some examples with the founders for you as well. So the main way to do this is something goes not to plan. All right. And you're forced to make a decision. and you just don't know what to do. And you could say, what if I don't do anything? Or what if I do this? Right? And so, oh, hey, Daily Insanity. Nice to have you here, honey. Oh, that's so great. Um, but it's a way to, because we get caught up in our heads, and we get caught up in the spin, kind of like that frog spinning around in the pool filter, right? So if we use these questions, maybe we'll be able to answer, um, all right, this is a really bad situation, and I just want to go isolate, right? I could ask myself, what if I don't withdraw? Um, what happens if I let grief win or this loss win? Um, what if I just uh, collapse and isolate into my, not that Ren's doing this, but right into my own little bubble, right? And don't let the world in ever again. Gang, listen, I'm not really good at this, but I have been isolated since the pandemic. Well, since my divorce, actually. I just signed up on Match.com. I'm not really good at it. I'm really not. I don't have a lot of tolerance for foolishness, but I don't think the universe is going to send me my match, my cowboy, my soulmate to my door with an Amazon delivery. So I've got to get out of there. So what if I don't isolate? What if I do put myself out there? Look at Daily Insanity in the house. Oh, I like the little prairie fire bug. You guys steal that sticker. Look at that. That's so cool. Daily Insanity always has cool stickers. I'm stealing those stickers right freaking now. Right now. Stealing them. That's so great. I love the foxhole shirt. That's cool. You guys, if you don't have an account on Pilled, you really should. Get yourselves over to Pilled. It's awesome. Do that. All right. So let's try this out. So, guys, did you see? Oh, mercy. Did you see Trump roll into Rushmore on Friday? Oh, with Air Force One coming over Mount Rushmore, and then he got on the train, and then he had all the Rough Riders ride him in, escort him in. He wasn't on the horse, but the Teddy Roosevelt Rough Riders escorted him in. Oh, man, that just makes me so proud to be American. That was so freaking awesome. I loved it. By the way, if you didn't hear it, there was trouble today in Turkey, threats against President Trump's life, and he's not coming home on Air Force One. I didn't get a chance to see. I saw he got to Germany, I think. I'm not sure where he ended up. Yeah. Oh, Prairie Fire, that is divine intervention right there. Yeah, if you guys aren't on Pilled, you're missing the stickers. They're really great. There's an old VW minivan sticker that Daily Insanity just shared for Prairie Fire with his name on it. And he said his family car was a 65 VW microbus. That's awesome. Blue and white. But she had no idea that Prairie Fire had that van when she made the sticker. That's so cool. Yeah. Yeah, I don't there's a lot of whiny boys out there, Daily Insanity. Instantly get blocked. I ain't FAFO, baby. You got to bring your A game. I ain't playing. Yeah, I don't know if they're out there, but whatever. I'm trying to do better. So, anyways, that was a whole bunch of squirrels, a whole herd of squirrels. But Teddy Roosevelt. So Teddy Roosevelt, right? So so imagine being a frail, gasping child. Imagine being a frail, gasping child and told you might not have long to live. That was Teddy Roosevelt. That same Teddy Roosevelt, many years later, lost his young wife and his mother on the same day. President Trump just talked about that on Friday at the you could go out on RSBN, by the way, or at Rumble and find that video. It's really good speech. You should go watch it. But in his diary, he is quoted to say or write, "The light has gone out of my life." All right. So if he's using these two questions, what if I don't? What if I do? Right? What if I don't? And this is Teddy Roosevelt. Withdraw, let grief and weakness win. Live a small, safe life while stronger men shape the country. You really got to get used to sitting and thinking with your thoughts and listening for the voice and listening to discernment. It's really powerful. If he took the second question, Teddy Roosevelt took the second question, what if I do not isolate? What if I do attack life with ferocious energy, ranching in the Badlands? That's hard. He took up boxing. He was a frail, puny kid, and he became a tough, tough guy. President Trump also talked about how tough Teddy Roosevelt was and the adversity he faced. So he's asking himself, he's faced with a dilemma. What if I don't? And what if I do? It gives you a structure to start sorting through the trouble, whatever it might look like that you're in. Let you chew up some granite. Well, Roosevelt chose the latter and he charged up San Juan Hill with the Rough Riders. He became a trust-busting president. That's next, kids. We're going to bust up some of these trusts. In modern language, corporate America. It's going to get busted. He created millions of acres of national parks, even after being shot in the chest during a 1912 campaign speech, and he delivered the full speech before he sought treatment. Yeah. Hardship is a forge. Oh, Ed, did you ever find your forge yet? We're still looking, trying to help you. Huh. They're awesome. Love it daily. Yeah. All right. So let's see. Here's one. Here's one for Thomas Jefferson. Here's one for Thomas Jefferson. All right. This author of that beautiful document we call the Declaration of Independence and so many other things. Thomas Jefferson had every reason to quit. He had chronic health struggles, crushing debt at Monticello, the death of his wife, Martha, vicious political attacks, calling him everything from an atheist to a traitor. Yet in the sweltering summer of 1776, he sat down and wrote the words that would change the world. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. Yeah. He faced the same fork in the road, right? What if I don't? I stay silent. I avoid risk. I let fear prevent a new nation from being born. Think of the guts. I think Lily had a thank you, Prairie. Thank you, Daly. Think of the guts. I mean, you're in the battle, you're in this new nation, and they could see down the road. They can see the journey ahead. They know it's not going to be easy, and they don't shrink back from it. They knew individually, all 56 of those signers knew the end was nigh for them. They were doxxed. They were outed. And it didn't end well for any of them. But Thomas Jefferson did commit his pen and his life to liberty, to expanding the country. He helped with the Louisiana Purchase. We're making friends with the French. He's helping write the deal. Plant institutions like the University of Virginia, that he started that. He's creating this because he asked 2 questions. I don't know if he actually asked these questions, but it's applying the tool to our founders. They could sit back and just watch what happens, or they could get in there and find something to do. It doesn't have to be big. That comes up in the next one. All right, one more. Valley Forge. Oh, George. Oh, George, right? He's freezing. He's starving. Congress, our own freaking Congress abandoned him. Like they've abandoned us. Congress abandoned him at Valley Forge, and most generals would have quit. They would have gone AWOL. They would have just walked away, but George endured. The Continental Army is barefoot. December 1776, 77 to 78. They're getting their asses kicked. They aren't getting what they need. They are not getting the supplies they need. They are not getting the medical treatment that they need. Soldiers are barefoot. There's hand-to-hand combat. It's ugly, right? There's disease. There's hunger. And Congress is sitting on its ass, not sending them anything, right? Oh, we did meet in person. Yeah. All right. Anyways, so for George, the what if I don't? What if he didn't? The revolution collapses, men's sacrifices are wasted, and America never gets a chance at independence. He could have chose that, but he didn't. But he did the what if I do. And he held that fragile army together. He trained them through a bitter winter. He led them to victory and voluntarily gave up power to set the right example for the Republic. He had power as a general of the Republic. He still was sworn in and inaugurated April 30th. 1789. Yeah. I can't wait to see the movie. I love him so much, just from doing this podcast and just from my own learning. I just love him. I can't wait. But I have more. I have some more. Just a couple more. Here, let's try this one. Come on. Well, let's go back a little bit. Hold on. Let's try that and go there. There we go. Okay. So learn and grow. So here's another pair of questions. It's like, what if I don't? What if I do? All right. That's a starter kit. If you want to do the 2-question approach, here's another way to adapt it for you to do better. Is maybe you do all right, what can I learn from this? And how can I grow? It's a learn and grow pair, right? How can I grow from this, right? Gang, I'm a freaking poster child for this right now. I had so many people on my case about what I should do and how angry I should be at Camping World and Forest River for selling me a lemon and putting my life in danger and the inconvenience of not getting to spend the summer of 250 the way I freaking wanted to. I chose to learn. I took a little extra time to come to some type of, I had to keep myself in a Zen state or I would have spiraled out of control fast. That is my MO. I'd have just gone bananas. And so instead, what I'm learning from this is be more fluid with your plans. Find your voice faster. And that's how I'm learning and how I'm going to grow from this situation. It could be anything. You know, the battle I told you that my sister is under right now with the Mayo Clinic in Jacksonville, Florida. They're gonna probably do everything they can to open her back up. And it pisses me off. But you know what? That's her journey, not my journey. I'm here to love and support my sister and pray for a good outcome. But that's her path to walk. So what I can do is learn to stay in my own frickin' lane, right? And do better for her. That's all I can do. I have learned well, here's the next one. Look at this one. It goes right into this one. Here's a third set of 2 questions you can use to maybe start thinking about how you get yourself back on track, right? What can you control? I can't control what's happening to Sherry. Sadly, I want to. It's not mine to control, right? What's my next best step? Love her, check in on her, because she's going to have a hard time. You know, it's a very emotional time waiting on results. They did the MRI today. She doesn't get the results until tomorrow. And then mysteriously, they already have appointments scheduled for surgery on Friday, just in case. Just in case. Well, I was trying to get across the country, but I don't know. I had full plans of being in Rushmore, near the 4th. And if I had gotten up there, I could have probably been there when Trump was there. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. And this whole thing has been a learning experience for me. And the best quote I've heard somebody say, and I can't even remember who said it to me, but if you want to hear God laugh, tell him your plans. I mean, I got to go to Ed's son's graduation party. I got to go to my nephew's graduation party from his adult education trade school. Those are all great things. And I really wanted to do that. But I couldn't go to DC because it was too hot last week. Scorcher. Couldn't get to DC because this girl collapses in the heat. That's not gonna be good. I wanted to head up across the top of the United States and see places I haven't seen, like Rushmore and Yellowstone and Glacier, and just see what I could see. I'm looking for the ranch. I'm looking for the physical ranch, for the Do Better Ranch. Didn't happen. I could fuss and cuss about it. Doesn't get me anywhere. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? These 2 question pairs. Here, let me back up. What if I don't? What if I do something? Right? Oh, thank you, Daily. Yeah. Learning. What can I learn from this? How can I grow because of this? Right? What can I control? I think that's a huge question for each of us to figure out what we can and cannot control. That's huge. That is huge. Yeah. And always, whether you use a 2-question approach or not, what is one small step within your grasp to do? What's one next thing to create motion, to get you moving? That's what you really got to hone in on. Yeah. All right, gang. Let me see if I can do this. Hold on one second. Who knows if this is going to work? But let's get a little music in our lives before we switch topics. Oops, not that one. Tell me if this works. This is the Zach Brown. Ren just put, one of the best lessons I learned was to stop questioning and accept what I can't control. Yeah, that's a short drive for me, Ren. What you can drive yourself crazy with those what ifs. 100%. It's a hard lesson to learn. Yeah, I wish I'd have learned it years ago. Yeah, but this is the Zach Brown Band with America the Beautiful. Oh, it's lovely.
Spacious skies for amber waves of grain, for purple mountain majesty above the fruity plain. Shed his grace on thee, and round thy good weary road, from sea to sunshine and sea. You know that I'm a chicken fried, cold beer on a Friday night, a pair of jeans that fit just right, and the radio. Downstairs up beneath the shade of a Georgia pie, and that's home, you know. Sweet tea, pecan pie, and homemade wine, where the peaches grow. And my house, it's not much to talk about, but still love is grown in southern ground. Sing it! Radio, I like to see the sunrise. Love in my woman's eyes, feel the touch of my precious child, my mother's love. How it's the little things in life that mean the most. Not where you live, but you drive, or the price tag on your clothes. There's no dollar sign on a peace of mind, this I've come to know. So if you agree, have a drink with me, raise your glasses for so to a little bit of chicken fried. Cold beer on a Friday night, a pair of jeans that fit just right, and the radio, I see the sunrise. Love in a woman's eyes, feel the touch of my precious child, your mother's love. In a boy. Thank God for my life, for the stars and stripes, made freedom forever fly. Let it ring, salute the ones who died, the ones that give their lives so that we can be free and safe every day right here in America, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all show some love for the people that keep us safe and free here. Come on. Thank you for your service. So we don't have to sacrifice all the things we love, like our chicken. No beer on a Friday night, a pair of jeans that fit just right, and the radio. I see the sunrise, see the love in my woman's eyes, feel the touch of my precious child. My mother, I need y'all to sing for me. Here we go. Give me a little chicken fry. Pair of jeans that fit just right, and legs straight up. I see the sunrise, see the love in my woman's eyes, feel the touch of my precious child. Your mother's love. God bless America, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all please show some love for my incredible band.
That's cool. Yeah, that's cool. You guys over on pilled.net, thank you so much. I stole so many stickers while that song was playing. They're all patriotic, and Daily Insanity and Ren are just blowing it up in the chat over there with the I just love it. I just love it. Thank you for all the new stickers. Oh, I love that. How do I share that? Can I share that? Yeah. Anyways, you get yourself over to pilled.net. That's where free speech really reigns. So come on now. All right. So listen, life is a journey, and it's sometimes it's good and sometimes it's a little bumpy, but we keep going. We just keep going. That's what we're supposed to do. We're here for a reason. We have the knowledge we have about the systems and the deep state and the swamp, and we know things that maybe the general population doesn't know, and that's okay. We're here to help. We're here to learn. We're here to be kind. So as you go out and mingle amongst the peoples, I know it's difficult because I find myself as a people person getting a little overloaded really fast, and it really tests my empathy and my compassion. But at least do this. At least be the reason that somebody smiles, that somebody feels seen, that somebody feels heard, and they're not just questioning why they're even here. You can do that. Every one of us can do that part. Every one of us can do that. We've got the power. Look, we got the power here. Look, because we roll like this.
The clock strikes midnight, the floor starts to glow. We hit the dance floor, let the good times roll. Your hand in my hand, we spin and we slide. Feet moving faster than the stars in the sky. The bass keeps thumping, the horns start to cry. We twist and we turn till the morning is nigh. Ain't no tomorrow, ain't no end in sight, 'cause the rhythm's got us burning so bright. Because we jive all night long. We
because we do that. We do that, right? We can make somebody smile. It's a rare kind of beauty, and you've got it. That's America the Beautiful, gang. That's in each and every one of us. So go out. Ghost Pepper. Oh, honey, I didn't see you sneak in there. That's awesome. Yeah. I love this one. I see it when I fail at this. It makes me. Oh, we just keep going, baby. We just keep going. We've already won. That's the thing we forget. But we got to make America proud. We just do. We just do. All right. Here's some of our friends. Some of them. I mentioned the Nobody Left Behind guys earlier. Please give them some love. Nobody-leftbehind.com or nlbfoundation.org. Of course, I didn't play any of her stuff tonight. Oh, I could, though. I could. Oh, here we go. 30 seconds.
I thought was against me was shaping my way, redirecting my path in a precise display. So I softened my judgment. I released the need to control every outcome. Oh, what I perceive, everything is always working out for me. Even when I cannot get clearly see what appears as delay is alignment in disguise. Every ending is leading to something that rises.
Go find them. Go find them. That's the High Vibration Shift. You can find them on YouTube, Spotify, all the places. Play that stuff on repeat. It will truly shift your vibration. Gang, we need people at high vibration. We need people that are seeking the good, that are willing to teach, that are willing to keep learning, that are willing to keep on keeping on, baby. Don't forget, look at our friends over in the chat. We got Daily Insanity, Ren's over there, Renbo17. We got Ghost Pepper. Ed's in the chat. Little love out to Ken, who's usually with us, but not tonight. Sky Dancer over on Rumble, and who I think Prairie Fire was over there. Ren was over there. Lily was over there. All the friends. We love you. We love each other, right? Coffee Talk with Sandra. Go find Coffee Talk with Sandra. Go find our friend Sandra, because we do that show on Wednesday or Saturday nights. Saturday nights, we do Foxhole Squares. If you want to be on the show, send an email. Send an email now, foxholesquares@gmail.com. Go do that and get on the show as a contestant. Ghost Pepper was just on last week. He won all kinds of gold pills. He did. Yep. I love it when Ghost Pepper's on there. I still haven't seen him in person. He always does the avatar. But I love hearing that. I love hearing that Georgia accent. Yep. Come on, get over on Saturday nights. It's 9:00 Eastern time. I'm holding down the bottom row with Free for All to Learn Mary to one side, and I have Cosmac Grandpa, my actual high school graduation buddy. We went to the same high school right here in Altoona, Pennsylvania. Cosmac and Mary and I hold down the bottom row on the Foxhole Squares. We're back. We took Independence Day off, but we're back this Saturday. So that would be the 7-Eleven, baby. Get your Slurpee and come watch us on Foxhole Squares. And I already told you about Pilled. Yeah, you know where to be. Right here with me Wednesday nights. Gang, I love you. Here's a wartime President Trump video. Maybe you haven't seen it. It's just under 7 minutes to close us out, but I won't be able to come back on the screen. So thank you. It really means a lot to me that you guys are always here with me. I love you. I love you deeply. I want you to win all the good things, every freaking one of them. And so until next time, keep doing better. Happy trails.
I'm a wartime president. This is a war. Different kind of a war than we've ever had.
Today, no war has been declared, and however fierce the struggle may be, it may never be declared in the traditional fashion.
Today, the Department of Defense has started the process of formalizing what we have long known, the fundamental role of U.S. Special Operations in defense and foreign policy by elevating Special Operations Forces to a level on par with military departments. We follow the vision of President John F. Kennedy, who predicted the rise of special operations nearly 60 years ago. He foresaw, quote, another type of war, new in its intensity, ancient in its origin, that would require a whole new kind of strategy, a wholly different kind of force, forces which are too unconventional to be called conventional forces, which are growing in number and importance and significance. The global demands for Special Operations Forces, then and now, has confirmed President Kennedy's foresight. And now, under the leadership of President Trump, we are fully realizing President Kennedy's prescient view of Special Operations Forces.
This persecution is being done by the same weaponized agencies that for 7 years have been running illegal psychological warfare campaigns against the American people, much as if they were trying to destabilize.
An unconventional warfare scenario.
In just a few minutes, I will proudly sign into law the largest ever investment in the United States military. We're making our military stronger and more powerful than ever before. That we're giving every soldier, sailor, airman, Coast Guardsman, and Marine a well-earned pay raise. Today also marks another landmark achievement as we officially inaugurate the newest branch of our military. It's called the Space Force. The 2020 National Defense Authorization Act is about making sure our warfighters have the tools, resources, and equipment you need to fight and to win all the time to win. God bless you, God bless our military, and God bless America. God bless America. We have over 200 generals and admirals supporting us now. They're going to switch over to paper ballots. It's all watermarked now. It's really incredible stuff what you can do with paper. Paper is actually high-tech.
Watermark ballots in over 12 states have been part of a huge Trump and military white hat sting operation. And Biden crime family and ballot fraud co-conspirators, elected officials, bureaucrats, social media censorship mongers, fake stream media reporters, etc., are being arrested and detained for ballot fraud right now and over coming days, and will be living in barges off Gitmo to face military tribunals for.
Please allow me to say how proud I am of the almost 25,000 National Guardsmen who have come in from all 50 states and territories to help support the Secret Service and the police departments with a peaceful transition of military power.
In my first term, I disrupted all of it. Oh, did I disrupt? That was called major disruption. And in my second term, which we're sort of having now, but I don't want the results. Under the normal rules, I'll be out in 2024.
We're essentially fighting the entire globalist elite power structure that wants to control the world.
We're at war. In a true sense, we're at war. And we're fighting an invisible enemy.
In light of the countless sacrifices made by hundreds of thousands of American service members and our enormous progress over nearly 2 decades, we are now bringing these conflicts to their successful and responsible conclusion under the bold leadership of President Trump. Should any malign actors underestimate our resolve or attempt to undermine our efforts, we will not hesitate to restore deterrence and defeat any and all threats.
Read between the lines of Putin and President Trump. President Putin gave a football to his colleague in a very good ambiance, by the way. The press was there. And he said, Mr. President, I give you this ball as a gift. The ball is now in your court. For those who didn't understand what that means, That was the signal to the cabal. From now on, President Trump and Commander-in-Chief and Putin, up to now and going forward, with 34 nations are doing their job to liberate humanity from oppression.
One of the important factors of the pause is that we see how bad they've done. So we will be able to do it properly, and it will be much easier. Everybody will agree with us because everybody sees what a bad job has been done during this 2-year period, and it will be a 4-year period. Everybody sees that. It will be much easier for us to do what has to be done.
In America, we don't worship government, we worship God.